I'm Paul Perkins with the check of your ag weather. After slightly warmer than normal highs in the 40s today, tomorrow is even warmer with highs topping out in the upper 40s to the low 50s. Northwest wind gusts of 40 to 50 are likely for tomorrow night through Thursday when a cold front drops out of the Rockies. A little snow or rain is possible tomorrow night through Thursday. Any snow amounts expected to range from a dusting to an inch. In behind that cold front are highs on Thursday and Friday, dropping back to the mid-30s to the mid-40s. A ridge of high pressure warms those highs back into the upper 40s to the low 50s for the weekend through Monday. Low pressure tracks across the southern plains for early next week. Forecast models right now not consistent on if that low impacts our weather. Currently, there are just some low-end rain chances in Kansas on Monday. The latest long-term forecast indicates warmer than normal temperatures in Nebraska and Kansas the early half of next week. Nebraska and Kansas temperatures late next week through February 20th trend back to seasonal to slightly cooler than normal. Above normal precipitation is predicted for Nebraska and Kansas Sunday through February 20th, especially the early half of next week. Key weather factors affecting the markets include warmer temperatures in the U.S., dry conditions returning to Argentina, and heavy rain continuing for central Brazil. The middle of this week, low pressure generates increasingly heavy rain across the mid-south, extending into the Midwest. Total rainfall could reach 2 to 4 inches from northeast Texas to the lower Ohio Valley. Most of the precipitation totals in the Midwest should range from 1 to 2 inches and extend up to eastern Iowa and southern Wisconsin. Wet snow may even blanket portions of the Great Lakes. Locally severe thunderstorms could develop in the lower Mississippi Valley from late tomorrow through Thursday. Late in the week, a secondary disturbance leads to the chance of accumulating snow from the Midwest to the central Appalachians. Otherwise, mostly dry weather dominates the western half of the U.S. over the next 5 days. The central and southern plains key wheat areas miss out on much of this week's precipitation, but a stronger storm early next week could produce some significant precipitation. Towards the northern plains and Canadian prairies, above normal temperatures continue over the next week or so before a cooling trend next week with a possible burst of precipitation. Argentina's dry stretch lasts until rain returns this weekend. The weekend rain in Argentina not likely to have a major positive impact on soil moisture, but that could change with more substantial rain next week. Rain the last couple of weeks in Argentina has boosted crops, but that's been negated by heat and dryness this week. Rain the last couple of weeks in Argentina has boosted crops, but that's been negated by heat and dryness this week. In central and northern Brazil, scattered rain returns. After recent heavy rain, central and northern Brazil's soybean harvest and second crop corn planting remain delayed. With forecasted further delays this week through next week, second crop corn runs the risk of going through pollination as the wet season ends in central and northern Brazil. Southern Brazil, though, continues to have pronounced dryness that continues this week. With the check of your ag weather, I'm Paul Perkins.